What's good, everybody? I'm back with a movie review. I haven't done it in a while. This is for what movie did I just say? Oh, last night I saw Venom. And before I get into my review, I just want everybody to know Venom is probably my favorite Marvel character or comic book character of all time. But I have this affinity passion for Gambit because he threw cards and it was on fire. So Gambit's number one. But anyway, I saw Venom starring Tom Hardy and Razi. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but homeboy. And I didn't like the girl that was playing Anne, so I ain't mentioning her. But she did all right. No, she did, man. She had that lipstick and her lips so skinny, and it just didn't. It was like it was just smeared. Anyway, I'm already getting out of control. Venom is about the symbiote that comes from, I guess the planet's called Venom. I don't know what the planet is that they come from, but they come from a planet. The spaceship was in space. They saw a comet. They got the symbiote attached themselves to them off the comet, and it crash landed in Malaysia. And when it crash landed in Malaysia, of course, when the film, ship crashed, so the people from Malaysia rushed to the site, and their team is on there. Why did I say team? I'm sorry. I'm trying to make sure I say his name right. So the Malaysian paramedics, and everything was there. And Carlton Drake had a camera. I don't know if it was one of his drones or there. He's able to see that, hey, there might be symbiotes on this ship. So he sends people to recover the symbiotes. And one of the pilots on the spaceship was Jameson's son, John Jameson. Well, they didn't say John Jameson. They just said Jameson. Now, if you ever seen the cartoons now, I should have said this at the beginning. I've never read a comic book in my life. Only thing I know about superheroes or mutants come from 90s cartoons, 80s cartoons. So that's my total knowledge. I was born in 84, so that's my knowledge. So in the Spider-Man cartoon, the Jameson spaceship comes back to Earth safely, but he's sick because he's sick with the parasite of the symbiote, which is Venom. And Venom goes through the people of New York until it finds an angry Eddie Brock. Now, in the movie Venom, Eddie's not so much angry. He's more sad and disappointed because he was sent to interview Carlton Drake. And instead of him just sticking to asking about the spaceships, he talked to them about, he talked to Carlton Drake about the deaths and him using homeless people as research and doing away with the dead bodies. So he got fired and his girlfriend got fired because she's a lawyer and he got the information from being a lawyer. So moving on. I'm going to give you the things I disliked because I enjoyed this movie, but I want to tell you the things I disliked. Number one, Venom was too friendly and he talked too damn much. Actually, that's number two. Number one is, why the hell wasn't this rated R? Now, I get it why it's not rated R. I was talking to someone I know about it, and Spider-Man is always going to be PG-13. PG, whatever you want to call it. So Venom can't naturally be rated R and then go be PG because people be like, well, he didn't do that in his movie. So I think they're just trying to make sure it transitions well whenever he gets to New York. Because right now this is based in San Francisco, which I don't like. I understand you want to give Eddie Brock's backstory and you're changing it to make him this punk ass reporter. And he kind of was a punk ass reporter in the cartoon. When he was at the Daily Bugle, he was always battling Peter Parker. So Peter's not at the Daily Bugle, so it really doesn't make sense for him to be at the Daily Bugle right now either. So I guess you got to wait till Peter gets to the Daily Bugle, because then you can have Venom come to New York and start working for Daily Bugle and they can feud and Venom. So right now, let me get back to the things I dislike. So number one, it should have been rated R since it's just a Venom movie only. Number two, too much Venom dialogue and too friendly of Venom. Venom's a symbiote, a creature. He's evil. He's a villain. He just wants to kill, kill, kill. But he didn't. Number three, it was too cheesy. Marvel has the jokes. I'm okay with the jokes from Marvel. However, I am not okay with the over dramatics of a joke, the overdone dialogue. Excuse me. If you haven't seen Venom, I don't want to tell you so much of what he said. I'm just gonna say it was a tad bit too much, so that made it, And that's as far as things I didn't like. The cheesiness, too much dialogue with Venom. It should have been rated R. Oh, and Anne. Oh my gosh, a lipstick on her top lip. The shit on her lip. She had that shit on her lip. But anyway, I moved past that. So everything else I liked about the movie. My one friend, I'm gonna give him a shout out, Greg. He was saying he didn't like the script. And here's why I did like the script. Granted, there's some things that I didn't like about the script, the stuff I explained. But in the movie, they pretty much followed the cartoon. Oops. And in the cartoon, like I said, the detail, except it took place in San Francisco instead of New York, but still was the spaceship Jameson was on, just like it was in the cartoon. And it went from people to people until it found Eddie. Now, how Eddie got in there, that's cool. I don't want to give it away. How I got to Eddie, that's cool too. But what I did like is how in the cartoon, it just overtook Eddie, and Eddie did whatever it wanted to do until Eddie figured out how to control it. And in the movie, it took over Eddie and did what it wanted to do until Eddie figured out how to use it. That was cool. Like, I dug that. Like that, okay, that makes sense to me. That's what I remember as a child. Oldest and nostalgic, do the Bankhead bounce. So I was like, oh, that's cool. And then the fighting and then the action scenes, they were just on point. Like, I didn't know there were other symbiotes besides Venom and Carnage. So I learned about that in the movie. I'll get to Carnage later. I should probably put that on the things I do not like. But maybe I shouldn't say I do not like it. But anyway, I get to it. So those are the things that I disliked and liked about the movie was the actions. How Venom's interaction with different people and how when he got to Eddie Brock, how I worked with Eddie Brock. And like, I don't remember Eddie being so crazy once he got the symbiote in his body the first time. But that makes sense now that I didn't watch the Spider-Man cartoons all over again. So I kind of remember him going crazy, but not to this extent. So I'm indifferent of knowing Eddie's background. Like, I just thought he was a reporter. Peter Parker was just better with the pictures and the reporting. So that was it. But now they gave him a whole life and story. And I really wasn't interested in, but I'm glad I saw Venom. So now let me talk about the next part. How do you proceed? From my knowledge, Venom's sole purpose was to kill, destroy, conquer. But it seems like after watching the movie, his sole purpose is just to be with Eddie Brock. Now, I remember when he doesn't get the spider powers and learn how to web sling until he gets Spider-Man. Like, that's when he learns how to do that stuff. Until then, he was one of those guys who just jumps really high and has great agility and knows how to fight. So I understand that, and I'm patient for that. Now, I'm not sure if I want to see multiple Venom movies. Venom, in my opinion, is Spider-Man's greatest villain because he's equal to Spider-Man once the symbiote attaches to Spider-Man and he learns those spider powers. I mean, I know people like Dr. Octopus, Mysterio, and Lizard King, like, bump all them. Venom is that no. So I say Venom is his greatest villain. But anyway, until we get to that, I'm going to have to let go of that because that's all I care about is Venom versus Spider-Man. But we're so far away from that. So when you go see Venom, there's 2 after the scene credits you have to see. And I'm only going to tell you about one of them. The first one, and the one that's probably the most important, is Woody Harrelson in a bad Annie wig. You know, Pippi Longstocking wig. Whatever you want to call it, that red shit on his head. Like, why is Woody Harrelson almost 80 years old playing Maximum Carnage, a young guy who's vibrant and full of energy and crazy. And Woody Harrelson he doesn't fit the character, but he's a great actor. So I believe maybe he'll pull off. But I think they should have gave it to someone younger who probably could have nailed it. Pause. That's just my opinion. But Carnage, if I'm correct, he attaches himself. Not attach himself. Well, I think there's another symbiote out there. And that symbiote combined with Venom symbiote creates Carnage. Because I think Carnage in the cartoon, his symbiote is red and black. I didn't see a red and black one in this movie. I saw a black one, a blue one, and a yellow one. Now, I'm about to sound real dumb, but I don't know what two colors make red. Is it blue? Is it blue and gray? Hold on, I'm gonna Google while I'm doing this video because I'm not sure what two colors make red. I think it's blue and yellow, blue and gray, something like that. What two colors make red? Orange and violet. I ain't seen none of that. So I am curious of how they create Carnage. Because that's important. So once you see the movie, let me know what you think. Out of 10, I say it's a 7. Where I put it in my top 10 Marvel movies, I don't know. I have to see it again. But I was on a high last night. I'm like, oh, it's top 10. It's better than Black Panther. Wakanda's done. Like, I was just too excited. I'm going to watch it again. Probably going to bootleg it. But I'm going to watch it again. I paid for it last night, so I probably will bootleg it. But I'm going to watch it again, and then I'll be able to have a better description of what I thought. But for us right now, it's a 7 out of 10. Those are the things I don't like. The cheesiness. It should have been rated R. Too much Venom dialogue. And Annie had that smeariness on her lip. It was really messing with me. I had to put my head down at one time. I was like, ugh. Her lips too small for close-up. They should have been doing close-up from here up, not here down. But anyway, so go see it. Let me know what you think. Venom was a really good movie. The storyline could have been better. They could have done some scenes better. They had some stuff I just couldn't get past, but for the most part, I enjoyed it. 7 out of 10. I'll say this. I like Venom better than I like Spider-Man Homecoming. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. Who gonna do something about it? What'd you say, D? What'd you say, DP? Huh? Oh, yeah, Plant always running his mouth. That's why he dry as hell. But anyway, let me know what you think. Leave me a like. Leave me a comment. Subscribe, please. I need to get my subscribers up. So please subscribe. I look like, remember Dave Chappelle to Rick James? He's like, but anyway, you see I need to shave really bad. Thank you for watching. Go see Venom. Leave me a comment.